Everyone, and welcome to Prof. Dan Tutorials. In this video, I will be showing you how to find the volume of spheres. Please kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, Prof. Dan Tutorials. Subscribe and get updates of our videos. Volume of spheres. In this short video, I will take you through examples of spheres. When you know the examples of spheres around you, you have better understanding of the difference between spheres and circle. And we introduce the formula of spheres. We apply it in solving some examples. Examples of spheres. I am very sure you are all familiar with this, a football. You've all seen the sun before, a tennis ball. Everyone has an eyeball, and where we live, planet Earth. All these are examples of spheres. Some call it circle, but it is not circle. There is difference between a circle and a sphere. Both a circle and sphere are round in shape, but what is the difference? A circle is a round object in a plane which is two-dimensional. You are all familiar with a y-axis plane and the x-axis. When you have a center point, all points on this plane that is equidistant from the center point gives a circle. Equidistant from the center point, which gives us the radius. So all these points joined together would definitely give a circle. So this is a circle. Don't mind my drawing is not perfect though. But a sphere is also a round object, but this time in a space which is three-dimensional. Here we're talking about having the x-plane or the x-axis, the y-plane, and the z-plane. These are dimensional objects in a three-dimensional space. What is the volume and the area? For a circle, we can find the area of a circle. We've done this in one of our videos. And but you can't find its volume because it's a two-dimensional plane, okay? But in the case of this three-dimensional plane, which is a sphere, you can find the area and you can also find its volume. In this video, I'm not going to show how we derive this formula. We just use the application of this formula. The area of a sphere is given as 4 pi r squared. Its volume, which is our focus today, is 4/3. That is 4/3 multiplied by pi, a constant, and the cube of its radius. Every cross-section of a sphere gives a circle. This part here is a circle. Okay? Now, when you divide a sphere into two parts, each part is half and is referred to as hemisphere. So this part is hemisphere and this part is hemisphere. Hemisphere, simply put, is half of a sphere. Okay? So if the volume of a sphere is 4/3, that is 4/3, product of pi and cube of its radius. Then the volume of hemisphere Since it is half of a sphere, that is, you multiply this by half. So if you multiply this by half, 1 over 2, then these 2, yeah, can cancel 4 here to give 2, and you have 2 over 3 pi r cubed as the volume of hemisphere. This. Okay, so quickly we look at some examples. In this first example, it says, find the volume of a sphere of the sphere shown. This is a sphere. The radius of the sphere is given as 3 centimeter. So radius r equals 3 centimeter. To find the volume of the sphere, write out your volume formula, which is 4 over 3 times pi times radius cube. So our radius in this case is 3 all cube. If calculator is allowed, you can easily punch this in your calculator. So we have a fraction 4 over 3 times pi times 3 cube. If you are not too sure how to press this, check our previous video on how to use scientific calculator to have better understanding. So we have 36 pi or 113.097. So the volume of this sphere is given as 113 centimeter cube. Let's take a look at another example. In mathematics, the more you solve examples, the more you have better understanding. So always solve examples. Find the volume of the figure. Of course, this figure looks like a bowl, which we all have at home in the kitchen. We can find this in the kitchen. This is a bowl. So the diameter of the bowl is given. Remember that the mathematical name for this bowl is hemisphere. And what is the volume of hemisphere? Let me write the volume out. This is 2/3, 2 over 3 pi r cubed. In this example, the diameter of the hemisphere is given. Diameter is given as 8 centimeter. Remember, you have to find your radius r, which is diameter over 2. And that gives 8 over 2. So your radius r is 4 centimeter. Substitute into your formula, the volume of the figure becomes 2 over 3 times pi times radius raised to power 3. And I use my calculator for this. I have 2 over 3 times pi times 4 raised to power 3. This is correct, the same as this. So I press my equals to. I have my answer. In terms of pi, this is your answer. And in terms of decimal, I can have it as 134.04. 134. So your volume is 134. So in this, we also have centimeter cube. Okay. Another example, example 3. Find the volume of the figure. This is a composite figure because it is made up of more than one shape. So we have first a shape here. This part is hemisphere, okay? This part is hemisphere. And we have the second, so let's call this part 1. And we have the part 2, which is this. And of course, this is what? A cylinder. Check out the video on how to find the volume of a cylinder. Okay, so this is a cylinder. So to find the volume of the figure, you find the volume of the part 1 and the volume of the part 2. You add together to get the volume of the entire figure. So let's go back. For the part 1, let me depict it as volume of 1. Volume of 1 is an hemisphere, and its volume will be 2/3, 2 over 3 pi radius cube. For this hemisphere, its diameter is given. Diameter of the hemisphere is given as 6 millimeter. So its radius will be diameter over 2, that is 6 over 2, which is 3 millimeter. So substitute your parameters, that is the values you have, 2 over 3 times pi times the radius 3 raised to power 3. So my V1 will give me, let's press the calculator. I have 2 over 3 pi 2 over 3 times pi times 3 raised to power 3. My final answer, 18 pi. So the volume of the hemisphere is 18 pi. I'm leaving the answer in terms of pi for now. So we have millimeter cube. So the part 2 is volume of a cylinder. You remember the volume of a cylinder as pi r squared h. Check the video on volume of cylinder. So we have pi times the radius of the cylinder is still 3 because its diameter is also 6. So I have 3 squared times the height of the cylindrical part is given as 8. So I have times 8. And this gives 3 squared, which is 9, times 8, 72. So this is 72 pi in terms of pi, okay? Millimeter cube. I'm leaving this in terms of pi because in some exam questions, if it's objective, you can see your answer in terms of pi, okay? So this is it. So the total volume of the figure is now that of 1 and 2. So your volume of the figure is V1 plus V2, which gives 18 pi plus 72 pi. And so your answer is 18 plus 72 will give you 90. So this is 90 pi. So in terms of pi, the volume of the figure is 90 pi millimeter cube, which can still be 90 times pi. If you are asked to use the value of pi as 3.14, for example, you can have your volume as 90 times 3.14. Okay, so your volume is 90 times 3.14. Oh, let's use your calculator. So we have 90 times 3.14, which gives, this is given in a fraction. You can write it as a mixed fraction by pressing shift and this button. This I've explained to you in our previous video. So it can be written like this or as decimal 282.6, 282.6 millimeter cube. And that is the end of today's tutorial on volume of spheres. My advice to you students is that get more examples, solve them, and this is how you know it well. Don't forget to subscribe to our channels. The name is Prof. Dan Tutorials. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.